fourth and final day of this year's, and it is the 89th annual Nike Applied Littleville Texas Relays. Good crowd still on hand. Boy, there's been a lot of excitement today. Some world-class names and a bevy of top-flight collegiate competitors as we move over to the women's 4x400m relay. And the University of Texas set the meet and the Texas relays record, of course, right here in 2004. Here are the lane assignments: Houston, Abilene Christian, Texas Tech, and the Purdue Boilermakers, the highest seeded team in this section. They will be in lane number 5. That is Taylor Dunlap, who will run the opening leg.
They were the only team in the prelims that broke 340, but again, like the men, this is the finals, and this is where it really matters.
That first heat ran 4 seconds faster than they had in their prelims. Let's see what these ladies can do here in this race.
Jennifer Arins will lead things off for the University of Texas San Antonio. Virtually no wind, so not a problem going down the backstretch. Once again, as a quick reminder, the athletes will stay in their lanes for the entire first leg. Do you take that into consideration, how well you run wide, how well you run tight for the woman or man who runs the opener of a 4x4?
Imagine being out there all by yourself out in lane 9. You can't see anybody. In fact, your goal is to never see anybody. But still, you have nothing to gauge off. If you don't have a good sense of pace in practice, you can really screw it up for yourself and for your team.
Well, because in the subsequent, and we'll see this after the handoff of the baton to the second leg, the second leg runners will complete one turn and then they'll be able to move to the inside, and then it's kind of a free-for-all and pack running. Texas State on the outside. Tramisha Hardy running a very nice leg, but still working hard as part of the stagger. Purdue in the middle of the track, UTSA in lane number 6. And after this turn, the athletes will move inside. Kansas in this field as well. Whitney Adams ran the opening leg, followed by Omowumi Amare.
So Houston is going to take the lead off the stagger.
And Houston in the all-red on the inside, and the rest of the athletes move on down. Here comes Purdue as anticipated. Texas State in the familiar gray uniform. Purdue moving around to the outside. Purdue, Kamisha Cox running the second leg and looking to take the lead and having to cover a little more real estate to do it, and she does.
In the international event, you've got to be in the order of receiving the baton that your team is in with 200 meters to go. Not so in the collegiate ranks. It's really kind of just a push and a shove.
Well, they'll have an official there.
If they have the lead change, they will change, even 50 meters out.
And a lot of teams, high school and college, do it on their own. They look up and see somebody taking the lead. They just move out of respect, and it's not usually a bad situation at all.
Boy, a lot of respect right now for Purdue. Right now, Simone Black has gone out to a very, very comfortable lead. Tori Williams running the third leg for the University of Houston. They led earlier on, but have given that up. Texas State trying to get back in along with Abilene Christian in the purple singlet.
Other problem that you see amongst high schools and even colleges that needs to be worked on is the first 3 or 4 teams that hand off, the incoming runner just kind of hangs around on the track as the other runners are trying to get the stick and take the most or the shortest distance to lane 1, and they have to run around them.
Yeah, not to be flippant about it, but I've seen some real carnage in some 4x4s. Purdue with a big lead. Breonna Thomas will run the anchor.
That carnage is often on the first lap and sometimes on the second when you've got 3 teams together or back in the pack.
Houston in second, Texas State in third, followed by Abilene Christian and Texas Tech. Really dominant performance by Purdue. They have been really good, been impressed with, some unlikely names. Look, if you follow track and field, you know Akron's good. You know Purdue is up and coming and good, but if you don't follow it, you go, wait a minute. They're strong? Yeah, Akron has been really good. Texas State has been good. University of Texas San Antonio. They've come out and battled with the big boys from Arkansas, Texas, LSU, Texas A&M. A pretty good footing. There is a lot of depth.
This is just a runaway.
Yeah, absolutely.
35, 40 meters.
Really solid performance by Purdue, right from the opening leg with Taylor Dunlap to across the finish line. And it was University of Texas San Antonio Paige Patterson running a strong final leg to get Texas San Antonio in for second place. But really solid running by the Boilermakers.
And they did, in many ways, what Purdue did was similar to what happened in the men's qualifying for the 9 top teams. They ran hard, but they saved themselves a bit, ran a time they thought they could get in. They improved by a good almost 5 seconds exactly themselves.